Hi, welcome to this reading. This reading is going to be about energies coming in to your life, new things coming in, and also what's on its way out. This could be people coming in to your life, and it could be people going out of your life. It could be just energies that you're working with yourself. So that's what we're going to be looking at for this pick a card. Okay, and it will be relevant for you whenever you come to it, whenever you feel drawn to this particular reading. This will be relevant. It is a general reading, obviously, but let's see if any of these particular card sets appeal to you. So the first crystal set, I've got a crystal for each set of cards, and I'll show you these in a second. I've got calcite for the first set. That's a white calcite, a little cluster. And the second set, I've got quite an unusual stone. It's called a Cintamani stone. There we go. And final one, I've got Icelandic spar optical calcite, I think it's called as well. Yeah, so it's another calcite optical one. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so I'll show you the card sets. Take a bit of a look at them and see which one you want to go for. It could be more than one, could be all of them. I'll put the timings in the description box. Okay. So here are your 3 card sets to choose from: your calcite, your Cintamani stone, and your optical calcite set. Hi, card set 1. So I've got this is the calcite set. And the way I've done the cards this time is we've got a movie tarot card. I got a new deck, which is a movie tarot, and it has quite a few references to films, obviously. So the movie tarot card that I've picked is going to be one that is really speaking about yourself in this particular period of time, and that'd be quite nice to look at that right at the end, I thought. So that'll be you. You're the movie tarot character, and we'll see what comes out for you with that one. But we'll look at that one at the end. All right. Now, what I've got as well is a couple of cards from the Greenwich Oracle, which is a really nice deck. And it gives some prompts for healing, things that you can do to help yourself, actual practical things that you can do, and also talks about energies as well, as it is a witchy oracle. Right, so let's get right into it. We're just going to look at these first, I think, these 2 cards. Right, so this card is called Roots. It's about establishing healthy patterns. So for you, this will be you're starting new things, but it's you're avoiding maybe some of the mistakes you've made in the past with what you've done in terms of just how you're leading your life and the way you do it. But roots can be to do with your family and how maybe you are with your family, what your relationships are there, and creating maybe a better way of dealing with people in your families can be can be great, can be difficult, can be all sorts of things, can't they? And relationships can be quite mixed depending on who you're dealing with. But I think this indicates a good start in whatever you're dealing with. If it's a difficult energy or perhaps an easier person to deal with, whatever you're doing, it's good. So this is saying carry on. You've made a good start in this, and yeah, that's it. So it's establishing a good way of dealing with things. And the other card you've got is sickle, which is interesting because this is about clearing away things. So we can say really this is the energy that's coming in, the roots, and establishing a good way forward with the way you deal with things. And this one, which is sickle, is letting go. So you're kind of cutting things away. So this is really kind of very relevant for this reading. There we go. That's the sickle. So I think what I'm going to do, actually, since they have presented like this, is sickle we're going to use for things that are going out of your life, and roots are the things that are coming in. Seems like a good idea. Right. So let's go with this one. Just have a couple of tarot cards and just sort of get a feel of. This really does give a feeling of clearing and moving into a new way of being, especially with the calcite as well, white calcite. See what we've got for. Let's do the clearing away first. You've got to clear first, haven't you? Really, before you can. Oh, wow, that's too many. Clear away the way I shuffle. I shuffle a bit better. Right. I think we're on the world. Yeah, so the world is the end of a cycle. Is it the end of a particular cycle? Let's go for another one. Yeah, you're kind of shedding your skin, a sense, and in shedding your skin, you're finding new things out about yourself. Oh, this is nice, and we've got the tree. We've got a tree here. 6 of Cups. Yeah, very much clearing the ground so you can start putting in new things. So that's quite relevant for this time of year if you're watching it in wherever you are in spring. Yeah. Really, yeah, I get the feeling it's right. You're really, really very much setting out the ground for. You've got lots of things maybe going on. You've got a lot of different ideas, projects. Yeah, there's a lot going on for that one. Might be feeling quite inspired, actually. Quite inspired at the moment. All right, let's go back now to roots and what is it you're planting? What are these energies that are coming in? Might just be within yourself. Could be energies within yourself, or it could be a person. You might be establishing a new relationship. You might be starting out in a new home. Could be anything like that. Definitely something that it's really important to you, whatever this is. Yeah. You could be looking at maybe your past and how you've dealt with things. You could be looking back at people that have left your life, maybe, or maybe family members who are no longer with you, have passed on perhaps, and just how you've inherited patterns that maybe weren't that helpful. There's always sort of positive and negatives you can get from things, you can get from ways of being, you can get from your parents, and it's always good to note the lessons. So you might be doing some of that. Think about how you can do better, really, and sort of learn from their mistakes. You still make your own mistakes, and you've got different lessons as well. You're a totally different person, but there will be things that come through the family line, repeating patterns, and this is something that hopefully you're going to be clearing. You're clearing away for this, and this is then fusing into like a brand new kind of seed. You're planting a brand new seed for yourself, physically, spiritually. It could be anything like that. Let's go back to my chocolate. See what exactly these things could be. Specifically, if I can give you a clue and see if that resonates. So this could be your swan. Swans mate for life, don't they? They've got a swan with a cup. So this could be a new relationship, of course. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. It could be also, as I said, looking back on maybe past relationships on the male side, on the masculine side, and how that has worked through in your life, how that has affected you, dealing with the masculine, your masculine energy, how you have used that in your life. Is that balanced? Is it more balanced now? Is this something that you need to look at? How you wield your power, what you think of in terms of what is a healthy masculine energy to carry, and how you wield that. So that could be something to think about in your new garden that you're ploughing, your new fertile ground. Yeah, it could be a relationship as well. But there we go. Let's go again on the next card, just to get another aspect of your cards keep flying out on this. So it could be a lot of things. I'm not going to take all of these cards, I don't think. Well, I could do. No, let's take them all. The sun, something bright is coming in your future. Yeah, this bodes well. What you're planting. Excellent. Yeah. The end of something and the beginning. So we've got big change in what you're going to be doing then. A great big change. So we've got the sun and the moon. And having the sun and the moon, this is speaking to me more of the masculine and feminine being in a really good balance now for you going forward. And because of this big change that you've created for yourself by your inner work, by what you've been doing, how you've processed things that have happened to you, this could help you bring in the relationship that you want, and a much better one that maybe you've had before. But it could also be your relationship with yourself and how you feel and how much more balanced you are going forward in your life. Yeah, so that all looks pretty good. What else can I say about that? I think it could well point to a partnership or your readiness for a partnership. You're sort of planting those seeds, but yeah, I hope that kind of gives you a bit of an idea of the energies that are sort of coming in for you, and yeah, what's happening generally. Now, who are you in this scenario? How are you coming forward as an energy within your life at the moment? Queen of Wands, of course you are. I don't know who that is actually. Who is that? I don't recognise that. Well, I kind of recognise her, but I don't know her name. I don't know if you know who that is. It's not Uma Thurman. No, I can't think who it is. So you're Queen of Wands. You're in your power, taking action. Yeah, lots of energy. Ready to go forward with whatever it is that you want to do. You're very active in both the clearing and in the sowing of the seeds. So great. That's your reading. I hope that has helped, and I'll see you for the next one if you're going to join me for the next one. Okay. Hi, welcome to your card set number 2, and this is for people who picked the Cintamani stone. Now, as I said in the card set 1 reading, I've got a movie tarot card, and we're going to leave that till the end, and this is going to be reflective of you and your energy in your life at the moment. And the first 2 cards I've got are from the, right on with the box, the Green Witch Oracle deck. Here we go. That's the booklet. That's the Green Witch Oracle deck. Quite good for healing ideas and what we're dealing with. So let's head right into it. Have a look at the first one. Summer, expansion and growth. So there's obviously a lot happening for you. This is probably the energies coming in. And Basil, prosperity, luck and love. Okay. Wow. This looks great, doesn't it? Prosperity is very much to do with Cintamani stone. That's to do with abundance. So that ties in pretty good. Prosperity, luck and love. Expansion and growth. We've got sunflowers here. Yeah. So as card set number 1, they were pretty busy as well. So yeah, you're pretty busy bee by the looks of it. Pretty busy bee. Okay. Let's just have a look at some tarot and see where we go with both of these cards. Let's do what you're clearing out, what's going out of your life. Let's see if we get a bit of an inkling there, the energies that you're releasing, that your people, places, things, habits. Habits is a good one. What are we getting rid of? Oh. So this could be to do with could be a person. I've got the Daughter of Wands. It could be a person. I'm tempted to think it's more an attitude actually than a person. Could be more to do with perhaps the way you handle things, maybe in not an immature manner, but just being a little bit. What's the word? Really trying to reach for my words right now. If you react more than think things through, if you're a little bit, I can't think of the word. You react more than plan and then act. It's that kind of energy. So that is hopefully coming into balance for you, getting rid of that habit of just being a bit too reactive. That's what I'm getting from that. Yeah. And being reactive, you can end up thinking you haven't got quite what you wanted out of a particular situation. You've just not quite hit the mark on how you want it to be or what you want to say. Ended up feeling, no, it's just not worked in quite the way I wanted to, whatever that is. When you're sort of dealing with people, that's what you're getting rid of. You're considering your actions a bit more, not being quite so reactive and sort of thinking, like stepping back a bit more. So yeah, being a more mature Daughter of Wands, I guess. You've kind of got rid of the Daughter of Wands, I think. Yeah, you've got rid of that energy in the negative. We're talking about releasing things, releasing ways of being. If we're looking at a person, we could say, looking at this, there was a rat in your kitchen, possibly. Do you think there was a rat in your kitchen? Maybe making you behave in the Daughter of Wands in a not a good Daughter of Wands way. Or maybe the other person was behaving in a not very good Daughter of Wands way. Causing you to feel just not quite right. Something not quite right. You can feel the energy is not quite right for whatever reason in that situation with this person. You might have someone you're thinking of in that way that you're thinking, oh, something is a little off, let's say. Okay. So this is what's going out. So this is good because we've got positive cards here. So it's bye-bye to whoever that is, or bye-bye to that way of dealing with things. Right. Father of Swords at the bottom of that one. Right. Energy's coming in now. Let's see. I feel like I want to use another tarot deck, but let's just see if I can get a few more for this reading, for your reading. Energy's coming in. Oh, let's have three. Let's have three. Oh, excellent. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Wondering if I've got these mixed up. Energy's coming in. Let's see. A more forthright way of being. A clearer way that you're communicating. being very wise with your speech. You're heading up. You're heading up. You're rising up. You're rising up with this new attitude. You're dropping things that are no good for you. And the new energy, when you drop these things, the energy that was been left by possibly by a person, but possibly an energy you felt recently for whatever reason, this energy, this is what you're dropping. We don't want this, do we? This heaviness, very emotional heaviness that's either caused by yourself, the way you think and sort of a pattern you've got, or by a person. It could be either or both, because psychic attack is a real thing, and if people are directing negative thoughts at you, it can affect you if you've not got protection in place. If you're not, I mean, if you're generally, positive and quite happy, then it won't affect you too much. But yeah, it is a thing. Yeah, it's something to bear in mind. That if you get a bad feeling about someone, then it's probably right. It can affect you, so just be aware of that. So can affect you in your thoughts, your third. It might kind of clog your third eye up a little bit, block your intuition. You can feel like maybe get a headache, something like that. Yeah, the negative thought forms that are sent towards you can affect your energy. So yeah, a bit of psychic self-defense if you know how to do that. Clearing your energy, and yeah, just be aware of that. But yeah, these are some things to do, energies to work with. Yeah, you're coming up out of those by releasing this person or this habit or this way of thinking, this pattern of thinking. You're coming out of maybe a bit of muddy thinking. That's what you're kind of bit of just not clear, a bit of confusion. You might have been feeling confused, or just just very foggy. You're coming out of that. That's your new energy is being more mindful of your thoughts, your own thoughts, because when people send you psychic attack, when they're attacking you in their mind, you can start thinking negatively, and you think, well, hang on, what's causing this? If you've got nothing on the outside that is causing that, then you could think, well, there's someone around you who's sending you not good vibes. But luckily we're out of that. We're going up the steps to clearer thought with that moon. Clearer thought, much clearer thinking. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, you've got to wise up. Be wise like this little owl on that. Okay. And what's coming in is, I don't know if I showed you this, your pot of basil. There's not a head in there, if you know what I'm talking about. That's a Keats poem, pot of basil. I don't know if the poem's called The Pot of Basil, actually. I don't know. It's definitely a picture. I think lady had her lover's head buried in the pot of basil. But anyway, don't do anything like that. Yeah, basil. Basil is a very good, yeah, perhaps have some basil and that'll bring you the prosperity that you want. I'm just going to read what it says in the Green Witch's Oracle deck for basil. I hope this isn't one that's not alphabetical, because I can't ever find them. They're all mixed up. Has it got an index? Right. Basil. 57. Okay. Oh, there we go. Prosperity, luck and love, as I said. Basil's one of the most versatile herbs in a green witch's toolkit. Full of positive energy, it can draw good things into your life. Basil has been known to dispel fear, confusion, or any weakness, and was even used as an aromatic by ancient Greeks to attract love. In this way, basil is all about forward movement. The basil card tells you the time is right for something that you may have been hesitant about in the past. The time for planning and preparing is over. Go forth with confidence. It is an auspicious time. This is a great moment to indulge in love or take a risk. There we go. Luck is on your side. So if you want to take a leap in whatever you want to do, then it seems like it's a good idea, because confusion is behind you. You've got rid of all that, the fog of all that. And you've got expansion on the horizon. Okay. Right. Now, who are you in this scenario? How is your energy playing out in this scenario within what we've been looking at? That's a good one. So you're the Empress. Of course you are. That's Liz Taylor, if you know who Liz Taylor is. Yeah. You're very much in charge of what you're doing. You've got that clarity. You think, yeah, I can go forward on things. Things are well in your kingdom, if you like, as the Empress. You've got all of your aspects of your life pretty much going well, and yeah, take a bit of a leap on something if you fancy it, because it's a lucky time for you. You can take that leap. Yeah, okay. Great stuff. So I'll see you for the next lot of readings. If not, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again another time. Okay. Hello, card set number 3. So this set is for anyone who chose this really lovely optical calcite. I absolutely adore calcite. Optical calcite is one of my favourites. Just have a good look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. So I hope this reading is going to help you see things a bit clearer, whatever your situation is. So this reading is about energies that are coming into your life and going out. So we're looking about shifts in your energy. There's been a lot of things going on at the moment, energy-wise. Now, I've got a movie tarot card that's going to be for the end of the reading, and that's going to be who you are in your life at the moment, at this very moment. Okay. I've got a couple of cards from the Green Witch's Oracle, and these are ideas for healing, and just generally can sort of anchor a couple of points in the cards as we see them. Sage, wisdom, purification and harmony. And we know that sage is used for smudging and cleansing, so that could be with the energies going out. Yeah, sage is also a really good herb for perimenopause and menopause, for if you're going through that. Sage tea is I remember when I went on holiday to Turkey quite a few years ago, sage tea was something they offered in the hotel, and it was really tasty. I'd never had sage tea before. I haven't tried making it myself, but yeah, it was really surprisingly nice. I like sage anyway as a herb, but the tea was lovely. I don't know how it was in, just in a bag, in a box, from a box. It was really nice. I don't know if anybody knows about that, but yeah, sage is very good for. It's probably good for hot flushes and things like that. Don't know. Yeah, so cleansing, the wisdom of the later years, I guess, as well. Autumn, bounty, and so although in the UK we're not in autumn, we're in sort of spring coming into summer. Obviously, there's some sort of harvest you're reaping. So I would say that would be, I will use that kind of anchor as for energies coming in, things coming to fruition, as they say. I'll just take a few tarot cards for both energies going out, energies coming in. Could be people, not just energy. Could be in your healing process, things that are happening for you right now. If you're working on things, it's always good to do any work, reflect on things. Especially if there's a lot going on. There's been, I don't know if any, I barely, express how it just seems a very kind of busy time energetically. Seems like time is really speeding up. So much happening. And if you feel that, if you're in this card set. So yeah, it's good to take a step back and cleanse your energy now and again. Things like, and this is why the cold water, the Wim Hof, the cold water kind of plunge is so popular, because is that going to reset you or what when you do that? Cold water, having a cold shower if you need that. Yeah, don't know if you do, but yeah, that's something you can do to cleanse, apart from the normal saging. Saging is great. Right, let's see what's going to pop out for the cleansing. How we're going to cleanse. Oh, let's do that. Okay. Oh my goodness, right. Yeah, there's a card in this deck I just do. Every time it comes up, I just do not like it. But anyhow, yeah. It's definitely a cleansing. And I'd say if you do this sort of thing, if you like to meditate on your chakras, because there's been a bit of a, feels like there's been a bit of a mix up in your energies. So maybe your focus has been all over the place. Either from you got yourself in a bit of a muddle because you've been doing lots of things, and maybe you just had lots of different things to deal with, and because of that, you've been in a bit of a spin, maybe. Not being able to see which way you're meant to go, or focusing on too many things. You can be a bit scattered, maybe spreading your energy out a little bit too much. So that is something that you're releasing now. You're getting rid of that. You're learning to focus your energies more. So yeah. Or if you're not doing that, then do that. But this seems to be, you seem to be letting that go. The scattering your energy, you seem to be organising yourself a little bit better now. Mm, mm. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to maybe do one more. Or maybe I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot, actually. This little, so cute. I love this deck. Just need to go a bit further forward on. They're easier to shuffle normally. Just turn them around. The little ones you can shuffle like this, can't you? Right, oops. Oh, okay. Wow, got loads here. Yeah, I think you've been doing loads of things. You've had your energy quite scattered and not properly focused. But now you've kind of sifted through those things. You've sifted through all these energies, and you're focusing more on what you need. And this is really healing because when you're scattered, you're all over. Well, you that's what you are. Your energy's in lots of different places. You're pulling your energy back. You're deciding on maybe 2 or 3 things that you want to do. I don't know. Could be anything like I'm going to make sure I exercise once a week or twice a week or whatever. I'm going to pick this particular thing. I'm going to eat better, cook my own meals, do this a bit more. You know, you're setting good, healthy focus rather than the scattering. The scattering. Yeah. And I feel like there's been some people maybe stirring the pot a bit. There's been a bit of conflict in your life with some relationships. Yeah, which hasn't helped you. Yeah, this is maybe why your energy is scattered. Could have been contributing to that. But you've kind of you've kind of pulled yourself away from that, from whatever issues you've had with these people around you that maybe you haven't been getting on with that well. You've kind of pulled yourself out of that. You've stepped back. You've decided to, you know, you need to think more clearly about what you want to do going forward. And that's part of the purification process, I guess. Getting rid of the things that no, I don't actually want to do that. I don't want to think that way. I don't want to do that thing, whatever it is. These are the things I'm going to do. This is going to be my perfect sort of stirring a pot, my own. This is going to be my perfect recipe going forward with my life. This is what I'm going to do. And you can only do that by stepping away from other people's opinions as well. You know, they can have, oh no, this and that. You know, no, you can only do what's right for you, can't you? And yeah, you've been thinking about the world. The world could be your oyster if you go ahead in the right way. Mm. Mm. Yeah, so thinking ahead, making the right decisions, getting away from the muddled thinking is the way forward on that. Good. Right. Now, what's coming in then? I feel like we're running over a little bit on this one. I don't know. Might not be. Right, what's coming in? Yeah, just checking my mic's on because it goes off sometimes. It's our battery. Right. Right, bounty for card set 3. And this is it's an abundance stone apparently. I've only just come across it. Cintamani stone. Somebody told me to get it. Or was it abundance? Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, so this is what we've got. Bounty balance. Bounty and balance. Right, coming in we have a big change again, or the end of a cycle, the end of the way of. We had this in one of the other card sets. Was it the first one? Could have been the first one. Yeah, so you're at the end of this particular cycle of being scattered. Yeah, it's coming to an end. The world is your oyster with this new focus that you've got. You might be learning something new. Yeah, this has come up again. You had this in another card set. Yeah. You're getting rid of whatever that is. Clearing that. It's quite burdensome. Let's go again with this. See more clearly that you've been carrying things you don't need. Maybe other people's stuff, other people's energy. That's why you need the sage and cleanse yourself. Other people's issues, you know. I mean, sometimes you can have a lot of empathy for people, for your friends or family, and sometimes you can take on a lot of what they're going through. If you're not careful, you've got to cleanse yourself because you'll be in a better position to help them if they need help. But yeah. Mother of Swords. Okay, so that's to do with the thought, isn't it? Thought processes. Your thought processes are a lot healthier. You're going to be reaping the rewards of the clarity in your thinking and seeing you don't need to carry this. You don't need to carry this. You're at the end of that. You're getting rid of all that. Yeah, and you're like, I love the owls. There's a lot of owls on these cards. Yeah. You're not doing that now. Good. We're not doing that. So let me just take one of these witchy tarot ones like this to get more on the bounty. The bounty that it comes with the clearing, doesn't it? The bounty, because wow, yeah, you know what to focus on. You know where you want to go. You can see that you've dropped that pattern. There's a certain maturity in how you're dealing with things now. You've learnt that lesson. Now, what else can we say about what's coming in? Yeah, I think this really, whoever you felt this burden from, or it could be your own burdens, this kind of heavy, confused, dense thinking. I forgot what I was going to say then. Yeah, you've dropped that. What was I going to say? See, my thinking's like, getting confused here. Yeah, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, because of this kind of density that you're clearing in your thought, it's going to help you move forward because you've been a bit held back by things. I think by this particular energy. So it's good to be at the end of that cycle. Because if you can't think clearly, if you're scattered, you don't really make too much progress, or you do a lot of things not that well. So if you focus on just a few, you've got the energy to really give your all to those. And I think there's nothing coming out. Oh, hang on, what's this one? yeah, you had been feeling really defeated and like, oh my God, what can I do? This had knocked you off your broomstick. All this, but that's finished now. That's finished now. So we're going to come in with something much better. Mm. Mm. Yeah, you know which way you're going to go now. You know the way to go. Mm. Could be some of you are interested in astrology. You might want to learn that, learn something about that. Mm. You could have a fire sign, a male fire sign coming into your life, possibly. Someone who's very stable in their energy. Very stable in their energy, know what they want, someone you can really rely on. Yeah, you know where you're going, and maybe this person will be coming in as well. But this could be your energy too, the Emperor energy. Knowing exactly. We had the Empress in another reading. I'm not going to say which one, but we did. Yeah, so this is what's coming in. You kind of more in charge of what you're doing, and you're going for it, and it's a real positive way forward now. So how are you dealing with what's your energy like? So we've got a movie tarot card for you, and you are the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, feeling a fresh, you're feeling a real fresh emotional life in you're feeling a real freshness in your emotional life. Yeah. This guy's quite mysterious though. Maybe you're keeping your emotions more, you're keeping your energies more in check, you're keeping your emotions more in check. You're keeping your feelings more to yourself though, which is maybe a good thing. You're being a bit more guarded with your emotions, I guess. This is what I'm getting here. A bit more guarded. You may have a secret admirer though as well. I think that could be it. Yeah, this is the vibe I'm getting now. Secret admirer who's got that cup. It's like, got the cup ready. Ready to give you the loving cup, possibly. But this is you, generally, I think. Just learning to be a bit more wise with your emotions and who you give your loving cup to. So, yeah, I think we got there, didn't we, on this? That is the bounty that you reap is this new way of being, this, keeping your own energy in check, not scattering it, also keeping your being careful maybe who you want to give your heart to. You're thinking about that. What do? Just be a bit more careful with that. But you may have your sights set on someone, or someone's got their sights set on you. Who knows? Okay, well, I think that's it. So thank you for listening, and hopefully I'll see you again. And yeah, thank you for joining the Pick a Card.